What's up, Bodybuilding Nation? It's Michael here with the latest scoop on our favorite athletes' prep and competition journeys. We've got some serious updates that you won't want to miss. First up, let's talk about Mike Sommerfeld. After his comprehensive victory at the Arnold Classic and those perfect scores against Logan Franklin, he's proving why he's a force to be reckoned with in the classic physique division. But here's what's really impressive. Instead of taking it easy after his big win, Mike's already prepping for the Pittsburgh Pro. Most athletes would kick back after such a major victory, but not Mike. He's showing true dedication by continuing to compete. His muscle density and 3D look are so impressive that people are saying he could potentially compete in both classic physique and even the open division. That rear lat spread, absolutely insane. There's plenty of debate about what defines classic and who embodies it best in today's division. However, after a dominant victory at the Arnold Classic, where he scored perfect marks against a top-tier opponent like Logan Franklin, Mike made his case. Tyler Mannion's breakdown of why he secured that win left little room for argument. If Mike continues his prep for Pittsburgh, he deserves major props, regardless of where you stand on the classic physique debate. Most competitors in his position would call it a season, shift focus to Olympia prep, and take a much-needed break. After all, Olympia is the sport's pinnacle, and it's happening in October. Just look at how Boris and Ramon opted out of the Arnold this year, something they'd never done before because they believe they have a real shot at the Olympia title with no reigning champ in the mix. Yet Mike remains undeterred, stepping into Pittsburgh Pro against someone like Terrence, considered his biggest threat for the classic physique Olympia crown. Some argue he'd be a dominant force in 2-1-2 or even open bodybuilding, given his dense, round muscle bellies. His rear lat spread, in particular, is absolutely jaw-dropping. The battle between Mike and Terrence at Pittsburgh is shaping up to be must-watch action. Shifting focus, let's talk about Theo. Athletes finishing outside the Olympia top 10, or even top 15, rarely get much attention, but that doesn't mean they aren't elite. Just qualifying for Olympia, the biggest bodybuilding stage, is a feat in itself. Theo, for example, has graced that stage for 2 consecutive years, a testament to his consistency. One of his strongest assets. His conditioning. Theo is dialed in every single time he steps on stage, maintaining a shredded look that commands respect. However, his size and stage presence aren't as dominant, making him vulnerable against larger competitors. Still, his latest physique update suggests he's preparing for an imminent competition. He's looking bigger than ever while retaining his signature conditioning. Every year, Theo adds a bit more mass, a bit more density, making each Olympia qualification attempt tougher as the competition gets deeper. More and more athletes are competing multiple times across different shows to lock in their spot, making the road to Olympia more challenging than ever. Next, let's dive into Pearson's latest physique update. As a 2-time 212 Olympia champion, he's executing a calculated strategy reminiscent of Phil Heath's dominance in 2013. Back then, Phil was so overwhelming that the judges barely needed a second look. Con appears to be aiming for the same level of authority in his division. What's remarkable is how massive he's looking while keeping his waist tight. At nearly 230 pounds, he's significantly above his stage weight, yet maintaining aesthetic proportions. He's been incorporating more vacuum training than ever to ensure his waist remains tight while building muscle. It's a delicate balance that he's mastering. Con won last year's 212 Olympia, meaning he still has plenty of room to grow before maxing out the weight limit. It's only a matter of time before he transitions to open bodybuilding. Given his youth and overall potential, he's shaping up to be a future Olympia contender in the men's open division. People doubted Derek Lunsford when he made the move, and look where he is now. Keon and Derek have similar physiques, especially from the front and side, and Con has been making massive strides in posterior development as well. Meanwhile, William Bonac recently dropped a physique update just 3 days old. Since teaming up with coach Stefan, his momentum has been undeniable. Some speculated about his retirement in 2023, but he's proving them all wrong. Not only is he prepping for the Detroit Pro, but he's also eyeing the FIBA Germany competition. If Bonac brings his A game, he'll be a serious obstacle for competitors chasing Olympia qualifications. Other top names, like James Hollingshead and Sergio Oliva Jr., have been vocal about Bonac's resurgence. A recent segment on bodybuilding and bollocks captured their stunned reactions to his latest progress photos. "William's gonna win the show," one of them said. "You guys made your picks too early." Last season, Bonac competed in 4 shows, including the Olympia. This year, he's already committed to Pittsburgh Pro and is potentially adding Dubai Pro to his schedule. Dubai's prize pool was massive last year, with Bonac securing second place behind Behruz Tabani. It's no surprise he'd want to return. Currently, Bonac is among the most decorated active IFBB pros, second only to Nathan D. Asher in overall wins. Lastly, let's talk about good Vito. He's gearing up for this year's Arnold Brazil, a competition he previously placed third in, right behind 2 top 10 Olympians, Rafael Brandão and Tonio Burton. Judges praised him for having the best conditioning on stage, a trait that silenced critics who thought he only looked impressive in social media photos. Not only did he prove himself at Arnold Brazil, but he followed it up with an even better package at the Detroit Pro. This year, many believe he'll win Arnold Brazil outright, securing his Olympia qualification. And if he decides to enter FIBA Germany the following week, he could make an even bigger statement. His off-season gains have been wild. Few competitors in open bodybuilding have legs as dominant as his, both in terms of size and detail. When he hits a vacuum pose while displaying those thick, detailed lats, it's a sight to behold. Had he competed more post-Detroit last year, he likely would have already punched his Olympia ticket. This year, however, he's poised to not only qualify, but potentially deliver one of the most memorable Olympia debuts in recent history. Outside of Behruz Tabani, he might be the highest-placing newcomer on the Olympia stage. If you're excited about this season, hit that thumbs-up button and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for tuning in.